So, hi Natalie. How are you? I'm gonna start preparing the chicken. Hopefully you can see it all. See where you can see. What am I doing here? So, hi Melanie. Welcome, Natalie and Melanie. Today we are making a Vietnamese cuisine chicken. Siri, go down. Okay, I'm just going to concentrate. Right? Thought this was a better view. LG. LG. He's working. So we're gonna make a Vietnamese cuisine. It's called cua chi. It's sticky chicken. Some of you were saying that I speak too soft, so I'm gonna try and tune up a bit. All right. So welcome. I would love for you to share this live streaming to your timeline and invite as many people as possible. Come and watch how I prepared this dish. So this is going to be a full video this time. I'm going to post this on YouTube later on. So stay tuned, all right? So first I'm going to start off by preparing the chicken. So this is all I need. I have some chicken, and I have some fish sauce, some rice vinegar, some garlic. This is lemongrass. I have some yellow shallots and plenty of ginger, which is really important. And then I have 2 chili padi, and I have some star anise. And then I have some chili. This is green chili that has been pickled. So I'm going to use this one as a seasoning, part of the seasoning. And some brown sugar, right? These are Swedish brown sugar. So I'm going to start off by preparing the chicken. So I'm going to let you guys watch me. This is a ASMR, average, medium, you call it. It's not going to be as soft as before. So I hope you enjoy it. So you need a chopping board. I'm going to just prepare the ingredients with the lemongrass. So usually I like to remove this outer layer and also keep this inner layer. Alright, so you want to keep this. I'm gonna cut them. This is quite an easy stir-fried Vietnamese recipes. So I'm gonna try and do this as clear as possible so that you too can be successful in your kitchen. I'm just gonna thinly slice this. the way, thank you for watching my previous video. And if you did share, I really appreciate that. So usually I cut them on about 7 centimeters. And then I keep this, and you can actually smash this flat with a knife, so you can cook them together with the other ingredients later. So I'm gonna put this ingredient all into this plate. Right. So I'm gonna get my shallot. Garbage bag. Thank you for the comment, Joyce. I get quite a few comments today. Let me just see. Oh, you need to cut them into rings quite thinly. So, I love to use this spoon when I scrape the ginger. I bought this in with this Thai chicken stocks. So they give me a free spoon, and I like this spoon very much. So this is how I do. Vad hände?
Nej, det går inget bra för henne.
Jaha.
Gå in dit.
Varför går hon inte in? Hon vill fara ner till källaren eller? Ska hon följa dig till källaren? Vi får följa dig eller?
Va?
Titta. The cat want to follow LG to the
She
basement.
don't know what she want.
She don't know what she wants.
Den lilla.
What does she want? Oh,
Jag vet inte vad du vill.
a lot of ginger. Ginger is really, really good. Vad ska Svante då?
Sitter i rummet. Vad var det?
Okay.
Kommer det ge en smäll?
Oh my God! Look at
Siri.
the cat. The cat. He's trying to jump onto the pot to eat the plant. Siri. Det är så jobbigt det här. Siri. You heard me scream. Yeah. Siri. I have to lock her up. Alright, I have to lock her up. Unfortunately. Kom Siri. Ska vi stänga dörren nu? Kom. Ja, kom. Ja, kom. Kom. Ja, kom. Ja, kom. Close the door. So you won't come and kacau us. Svante. Kan du stänga här dörren?
Jag stängde.
Så får du. Jag kan inte stänga. Du måste flytta stolen. Svante,
Här.
du
Hon är
går.
här. Hon är här.
Jag går bra. Gå in. Siri! Kom! Maskinen, ställ gå till huset. Jag stängde. Oh God. So troublesome. Okay, back to cooking. Okay. So we're going to mince this slice thinly. You probably wonder why I can cut this so thinly. If you want to cut thinly, you should buy a knife like this with the zigzag teeth. So this will help you to cut your vegetables, anything thinly. I'm going to see if I can do a live streaming and invite LG. Quite a lot of ginger, isn't it? It's really good. Ginger is really good for the health. So recently we eat a lot of ginger. You need a lot of ginger for this dish. The best is to mince it, but I like to eat them as this. So for the chili, I'm just gonna cut them very roughly. If you like it not to be too spicy, you can remove the skin, the seed. if you think that the chili is too spicy. Okay. Remove it. And then now you're gonna cut this chili. Be careful, alright? Because your hand can be burned from the chili. So make sure you do this quickly. Or if possible, wear a glove. So you won't forget. Sometimes, you forgot and then you're going to rub your eyes. Then you can really get into trouble. Yeah. So this is all we need. And I'm going to be needing some more green chili. That is the green chili. So you can use fresh chili if you like, but I'm going to use green pickles chili. I use quite a lot. That makes this dish a signature dish because of this chili. Okay, now the difficult part, alright, is the chicken. You have to prepare the chicken. I have taken out 3 chicken legs from last night. I defrosted, and then I was thinking it's too little meat, so I use a chicken breast which is underneath. But the best is to use the chicken thigh, alright? Don't use a chicken breast. Because I don't have any more chicken thigh, so that's why I'm doing this. So try and use a chicken thigh. So I like to use scissors to remove. Sometimes it's easier. I usually like to remove the skin from the chicken, and then I like to remove them totally because I don't think so. Chicken skin is so delicious unless you're making fried chicken. But usually I like to remove them completely. So just cut them. So if you like to be like completely fat free, remove this too. Let me see so that you guys can see right in the center. Usually I like to break them like this so that you can see the bone sticking out. So, and then usually I just cut them from the bone down. So you want to keep this part. This is a good bite size. And also some people, they like to fry it. It is like this. But depending on the chicken, if the chicken is this size, it's okay to pan fry it. If it's too big, then you can cut them into 2. So in this case, I'm not going to cut them into 2. I'm going to do another one so you can see what I do. So I just remove the fat first, right? And then I usually get from this part, and then I just drag them over. Alright, and then you just pull them slowly, and then I cut them away. The same thing. Hold this firmly and just bend the chicken until you hear the crack. And then if you want, you can use a knife. Otherwise, you can also use a scissors See, it's not that difficult, right? So you have 2 bite size. I'm gonna do the last one. Okay, now I'm gonna cut this again. And then just break it. Find the center. You see there is a bone in between, so you want to cut them like this. Alright, this is a perfect size. So now the last one. I felt like chicken breast is quite thick, so I usually like to keep a slightly thicker, but not this thick. This size, I like to cut them into a smaller size. So usually I just slice them like this, so that it's not so thick. Like this. Yeah. Let me wash my hands. Remove my stuff. Clean the table. And we're going to marinate the chicken. Now we're going to marinate the chicken. Usually there are some liquid in the chicken, especially if it's a frozen one. You don't want to have the liquid. So I'm going to try and remove everything from here. Take another one. Then cut them so they are dry. I like to use some chicken powder. These are chicken powder. And then this is brown sugar. Oh, it's not open. Okay. No wonder it's not coming now. Okay. So just kind of generously put the brown chicken, because this is supposed to be caramelized chicken. Okay. And then I'm going to turn the chicken. so that I get marinade on every side. Okay, you need to turn the chicken. So I'm gonna put the chicken powder. So, okay, and then followed by the brown sugar. As you can see, the brown sugar here in Sweden are quite similar to the brown sugar we have in Asia. So you just need to sprinkle them generously, because we are going to caramelize this chicken. I need more here. Okay. So this is going to be like a sweet, sticky chicken dish. Okay. Oops. You want to make sure you cover all the parts. If it's not covered, make sure you cover them. So it's enough, okay? Okay. Make sure that all the parts are ready, and then I like to again put some either you can put potato flour or you can put corn flour. So I'm going to use potato flour. If you can't find potato flour, you can use a corn flour. Okay, let's see. This is to stop the water from coming out when you fry them, because this is actually going to be pan fried. We're not going to deep fry this. So I'm just going to put out more potato flour. So that's it. Everyone is covered. You can put what do you call that, the fish sauce, if you don't have chicken powder. So that is one way you can do. But I put chicken powder because I don't want it to be too wet. So this is ready to be sealed, and I'm going to come on to the 10. Okay, let's go to the frying pan. I'm going to do everything here today, so you can take a closer look what I'm doing. Hello, Carol. The chicken, you have to pan fry the chicken first. So I'm going to pan fry the chicken. And usually I like to put all the ingredients here, so I don't have everything in the top. These are the ginger. Let's see, alright. Heat up the pan. I think you guys stand here is better, this side, so you can see everything. Alright, so I'm going to start off by heating up the pan with some oil. Yep. Then I'm going to get my tongs. And put the chicken slowly, one by one. I think this is a bit overcrowded, but we'll see what happens, right? So I'm going to zoom in, see if I can zoom in. So while the chicken are frying, I'm going to make a sauce. Have the chicken, the heat not too high, because you want to caramelize, maybe about 7-8 degrees. So over the bowl here, I'm going to make the seasoning. So I have some fish sauce, about 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. And then I have about 50 grams of brown sugar. And then I have about 2 tablespoons or 1.5 tablespoons of rice vinegar. This is the good one, the Japanese brand. And then I have some pepper. And then we're going to check on our chicken. I have some garlic here. So these are garlic. I'm just going to put a little bit of the garlic into the sauce and just flavor the sauce. So this is going to be in the chicken later on. I'm going to turn the chicken. Don't move the chicken so much. This is not at the sauce, but you want to stir this chicken first. So you see the chicken is burning. Make sure you don't burn it. But the color is beautiful. And I turn this Look at the color. It's so intense. Don't worry about the chicken not looking cooked, because this is going to be boiled in the sauce later on. So I'm going to be adding some chicken stocks, or you can add some chicken powder. Let me just add some chicken powder in the sauce. About 2 teaspoons. And I'm going to add some water. So you want to add some water to make this like a cooking sauce with all the flavors in it. So you want to not to mix the thickening first, you just make the sauce. So this is almost done. I'm going to remove the chicken soon. I'm going to put them in a plate. I'm going to reduce the heat a little bit just to cook up. Let me see if I can find a big plate. I'm going to see if I can find a big plate. I'm going to put this into a big plate. And then I'm going to remove the chicken and transfer it over to this stuff. So you see all the chicken, all the sides are being shared. If it's not, you just turn them and share them completely. Heat up, turn on the heat a bit. Make sure that the chicken are properly shared. So I'm going to remove this one. Don't throw away the oil, because you need this oil. It's a lot of flavors in it. So I'm going to put in this oil some of the lemongrass, ginger and star anise, and some red chilies. You just want to flavor the oil, so you can put the rest of the ingredients in here. Okay, now put in the onions, or you can get shallots. Put in the shallots. You just want to soften this so that it's cooked through. I could smell the flavors of the lemongrass already. So if you want it to be more spicy, you could add more chili. I know some of you guys from Asia probably think that this is too little chili. So you can add more if you like. So you just want to soften this until they are almost done. And then I'm going to add in some garlic. These are some minced garlic. You want to just mix everything together. Alright, and it's really soft, the onion. And now you want to add in the rest of the sauce. Let this cook until it starts to shimmer. It's already shimmering. So you want to put in the chicken. Okay. Now I put the chicken one by one. Okay. I usually like to put the thicker one in the center, because it's hot, it's more hot in the center of the pan. And then the smaller one to the side. Alright, and then you want to make sure you add a little bit more water to cover. Just a little bit more of water to cover this chicken, and this is going to be steamed in the sauce. It smells so good. Okay, I'm going to cover this. I can smell. Can you smell this? I wish you could smell this. It's so delicious. So cover them, and you want to cook them. You want to cook them for, let me just off this. You want to cook them for at least 15 minutes. And make sure you have to turn them. And it means about 7.5 minutes on each side. So you don't want to open them, because you just make sure that the heat I have, the settings is 9. The 9 is the maximum. So usually I like to reduce them between 3 and 4. So I'm going to try with 4 for the time being, because it feels like the heat is really hot now. Can you hear the sizzling? Okay, this is the right sound. You don't want it to be like boiling. You want it just to be simmering. And the sound is like gentle water boiling. Not like this. I can let you hear the difference. You hear? You don't want that, yeah? You don't want this boiling. You want it to be as slow as possible. So I'm going to put about 3. And I'm going to let this cook for 7.5 minutes on each side. So I'll come back again. I'm going to, when the chicken is ready, I'm going to put them, I'm going to turn it, and then I'm going to add the other ingredients in the chicken. So, meantime, I'm going to just clear some of my stuff. And hopefully I have to cook some rice. This dish is very good with rice, so I'm going to be making some rice to go with this. Let me get the rice out. So while the chicken are cooking, I'm going to get rid of some of the stuff here. Let me see where I should stand. Maybe I should look at the my kitchen. Yeah. So never mind, you guys. While waiting, I'm gonna clear this kitchen as much as possible. I'm going to start the washing machine because it's almost full. And I'm going to need the sink to wash the rice. This is the spoon that I was looking for. Okay, this is small space, so I got to move this bowl. Yeah. And more bowls. Bottles. I'm going to put this aside. Small bowls to put here. Okay. I need this bowl. I need this bowl. I'm going to be needing to on the dishwasher. It's not so good idea to have this knife there. Let's see if I can move this around. Okay. Done. So let's hear the chicken. The sound of the chicken is softening now. So I'm going to just make this. And I'm going to do some cleaning here. And I'm going to boil some rice. Okay, before we boil the rice, let me just show you guys how the chicken look like. And we're going to turn this chicken into one side. I can smell the chicken. Oh my goodness, look at that. It's so beautiful, the dish. Okay. It's so delicious looking. Oh my goodness. Just turn all the sides, and you're going to continue to cook this for another at least 7 to 10 minutes. Alright, so So I want to make sure that the chicken is cooked through, so I'm going to cover this and I'm going to increase the heat a bit more. It used to be number 4, so I'm going to increase it to number 5. Let's hear the sound. Yeah, the reason why you should increase it a little bit, there's 2 reasons. Because this is supposed to be a caramelized chicken, so if the heat is too low, it will not be caramelized. And also, when you do that, you want to make sure that, thank you for the thumbs up, and you want to make sure that the chicken are cooked through. Yeah. So I'm going to just show you guys how I usually wash my sink. This is going to be like a quiet AMSR. Some of you guys do not know what AMSR means. It literally means you have to create a very relaxing ambience. It's like a sensation that some people enjoy out of their stressful life. So I'm trying to practice this for a long time. I haven't really succeeded. So I'm going to try my new lifestyle with this AMSR. So I have here with me, I'm going to throw the tissue paper. Alright. So usually I like to eat jasmine rice with this dish. So I'm going to cut my the scissors got stuck. Okay. So pour the rice over. I think we need quite a bit of rice. We have to think how many cups of rice for dinner. I think this is enough for dinner and for lunch. Okay, I think that is enough. So I'm going to just start off by washing the rice. I hate it when it is so much scrap in here. So I want to throw this. And I have a problem with while using the sink. That's my problem. I always want to make sure that the sink is really, really clean. So before I cook or prepare my food, I make sure the sink is clean. And usually I remove this one once a day. Make sure you have hot water. Now the sink is clean. Now I can wash my rice. I'm afraid, right? No, I'm not. I just want to be bacteria free as much as possible. is how I wash my rice. Let me tell you guys a joke, okay? I remember my sister when she was small. My mom asked her, I don't know how old she was at the time. And my mom asked her, hey, can you wash rice? So my sister only was trained how to wash stuff with soap and detergent. And of course, she washed the rice with the soup. And of course, it tastes so different, right? So strange. And my mom asked her, what happened? What did you do? And she was so scared. She said she knew something was wrong. So this can happen when you are teaching your kid to help you out. You have to make sure, especially when they're young, give them the full instruction, right? Some kids, they really need that. This water is really, really good. I usually like to keep them for planting. I'm going to get my basin because they are full of nutrition. Let me just get hold of my planting pot or canna. So usually I like to save them. Some people even use this to wash faces because it softens the skin. And when I wash, I like to wash with hot water. It just feels so good with hot water in your hand. And the sound of the water. Alright, I'm going to pour this over. So don't throw this away, right? You can use this water. It's also for recycling. It's very good for the plant. The plant will love you for that. And then the last one, I'm going to fill the pan, the rice, with water. I'm going to use cold water. The last round. And now I'm going to fill the pan with water. And usually how the Chinese or my mom teach me is that you put your hand in here and make sure it just reach the tip of your palm. So it means it's ready. So I like my rice to be a little bit moist. So I usually like to add more water. And let's go to the pan and take a look at our chicken, alright? So the rice is going to be on. I'm going to on the rice and we are going to check the chicken. How about that? Let's take a look at the chicken. Ta-da! Oh my goodness. It smells so good, my goodness. Okay, this is looking so good. See, as you notice, the chicken will shrink. For me, I would love to cook this for just another 5-10 minutes more, just to make sure that the chicken is not alive. Alright, just close this. And before you do that, I'm going to throw in some green chili. Alright. And then I'm going to close pieces and let this cook for another 5 minutes. It's very important to have your meat, especially chicken, cooked properly. If you guys notice, I start using chicken powder instead of chicken cubes, because I always notice if you buy a chicken cubes, you have to use everything. Chicken powder, you can control the amount you need. So sometimes you might need more than one, and you don't want to use 2 chicken cubes. So this is what I usually do. I buy this powder and then I try not to use it as much, because all this is not so healthy. They contain MSG, so it's just a little bit for just the flavors. Okay, I'm going to be checking the chicken. Alright, as you can see on the rice. So usually, how do I cook my rice perfectly? Some people in China, they like to put salt in this rice. I usually don't. I find that rice has to be a clean taste. So usually what I do is that I make sure that I don't let the rice settle, because when it's settled, it will get stuck to the bottom and it will be burned. Depending on what kind of stove you have. If you have an induction stove, the chances of the rice being stuck is very little, for 2 factors. It has to depend on the pan that you're using too. So I don't know what is the material of this pan. This is a super good material. It's made from Italy, and the one thing I love about this pan is because it's so easy to clean. Sometimes we don't even need detergent. We just use a towel and just wipe it and it's already clean. So to prolong the life of a pan, you try not to wash it too much in the dishwasher. It's very easy to say, I'm still doing that. Sometimes I just get too lazy. But try not to wash it with a dishwasher. And then, if possible, depending on the type of pan, if it is a lot of iron content, I always like to use some olive oil, and I just use a paper and then I just wipe them. After I wash it, I just like moisturize it with olive oil, and I keep the paper inside intact, and I just keep the pot so that it will not dry out. So guys, now I think the rice is going to be cooked. Usually people will say, oh, don't stir it, but I like to stir it. I notice with induction stove, things tend to be really well cooked on the bottom compared to the top layer. So you have to make sure, alright, you check the rice regularly. So let's come back to the chicken. I'm going to check the chicken. And this is how the chicken look like. Let me just zoom in and see if you guys can see, if I can zoom it. No, I can't zoom it. Why? I can't zoom it. I used to be able to zoom it. Okay. Share the live video. You can share. Request to be in the live video. Okay. Allow viewer to send you a request to join. Okay, of course. Share the live video. Okay, I could invite people. But I'm not going to do that. So guys, this is my Vietnamese chicken. I think it's done, and I'm going to just put the chicken on top. I'm going to turn the chicken and show you how delicious it looks like. Can you see? I think this dish would be really delicious. I usually don't like to taste it when it is freshly made. It's hot. My teeth cannot handle the heat. So just make sure you gently turn the chicken once in a while, right? And make sure to check the chicken and see that the inside is really cooked through. You can get really sick if you eat chicken that are not cooked through. And usually how do I know that? I notice that the chicken, the bone, will start to come out from the chicken. It proves that the chickens are ready. Like for this case, this piece, the chicken, the bone is showing a little bit here. But to be safe, alright, try to move it to the center just to make sure that they are really cooked through. And you don't even need to, what do you call that? You don't even need to thicken the sauce because the sauce is already thickened from the potato fat when you were frying it. So now I'm going to off the heat and I'm going to wait for this to cool down before I take pictures, and I'm going to post it on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me just switch the camera. Switch the camera. Hello, hello. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. My apology for those of you who find that the video was a bit too soft. As I explained, this is supposed to be a soothing, relaxing kitchen atmosphere I like to cook in, and I hope you understand that. And I hope to see you guys in my next live streaming. And I really love for you to share this with your friends and family. Take care. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye.